Hey guys, I'm Deepthi and today's video is going to be on products that disappointed me for one reason or the other. If these are products that you really like, don't get offended. We have different opinions. What works for you might not work for me, and what works for me might not work for you. So firstly, I'm going to be talking about these Nykaa Matte to Last liquid lipsticks. This is in the shade Bombay. This is not a bad product. The shade is just a little too light for me and it's not my personal preference. Like what I saw in their swatch video and what I got was completely different, and that's the reason I was disappointed. This is more like a pale nude shade and would flatter you if you are of a lighter skin tone than I am, or if you're someone who really likes nude shade. As you guys know, I sort of like deeper shades on myself more than nude shade. And the next shade I was super disappointed with is the shade Dilly. This is like a coral pink shade. It's very neon on my lips and it's very patchy, and I really didn't like how it looks. So again, the swatch and the way the product appears is completely different. And the biggest disappointment in this batch was the shade Begum, because it's got a lot of shimmer particles to it. Looks so bad on my lips. It's something that I don't think anyone can pull this one off because of those glitter particles in it, and it's not evenly distributed and doesn't look good on your lips. It makes your lips look really dirty. And the next product that I was super disappointed with is from Lakme. This is the Lakme Argan Oil Serum Foundation. This is in the shade Honeydew. I didn't really like how this one looked on my skin. It was kind of building up weirdly around certain places. It didn't look nice. It looked really cakey, and so I really didn't like the finish that it gave. I don't think it was worth the price, and this was for 750 rupees and you get only 15 ml of product in this. And the next one is also from Lakme. This is 9 to 5 Weightless Mousse Foundation. This is in the mini size and this was for 150 rupees. Even though I didn't spend a lot on it, I was disappointed with the way it looked on my skin. I cannot imagine how they released a product like this. I know that everything has to go through quality check and stuff like that. Who did this product work on? I'm really confused. Like, if it did work on some of y'all and I'm wrong, please do correct me. If this is your favorite product and it does work for a particular skin type, I would really like to know. But if you are of normal skin type or dry, stay away from this. This clings onto your dry patches and kicks up around any kind of texture you have, so not a good product. Very patchy on the skin. Apply it with your fingers, sponge, anything, it is very patchy. The next few products I'm going to be talking about are from PAC Cosmetics. This is by no means me trying to say that the brand is not good. I really like PAC foundation and the highlighter. I think they come up with really good products and their tools are really nice. It's just that these products didn't work for me. This is the PAC eyelash number 62. This is more of a dramatic lash. This is what it looks like. It is supposed to be those very intense dramatic lashes, but the problem with this is that the band doesn't stay onto your lid and it's not shaped properly, and no matter how much you try to put it on and like kind of fit it and adjust it to your eye, it doesn't sit well, and it was a big hassle to apply this on my lid. This was for 165 rupees and you have to pay additional shipping, and these lashes don't work at all. So I haven't even really got a proper use out of this because of that band and the way it stays on my eye. I do have other lashes from PAC that is really good. The next one that I have is like a 50% disappointment. These are the PAC Retro Matte Mini Lip Kit. I got this in the variant nude and purple, and the purple one has two shades that don't really work really well. The shade number 1 is really watery, the shade number 2 is really patchy on my lips, and the nude one, it again has that kind of inconsistency in formula where some of it is a little too watery and some of this is pretty good. But there are some shades in this that don't work on my skin tone, which if you have watched my PAC Retro Matte Liquid Lipstick swatch video, you would see. I'm not like super disappointed in the sense that I will never get any use out of this. I will be still using this, but it could have been so much better. Like, my experience with this could have been so much better. So the next product I'm going to be talking about is this LA Girl Eye Lux Mesmerizing Eyeshadow in the shade Fantasize. Now this one comes in a wide variety of color selection. I'm not saying all of it is bad. There are some really good variants and there are some duds. So this is a dud. This shade is pretty good. It's pigmented. I mean, it's not like super pigmented, but you can still apply it in your outer corner or blend it into your crease. This shade hardly shows up on my skin. Like this one, which I should be using as transition, hardly ever shows up on my skin. But this shimmer shade was the one that I was so disappointed with. It doesn't have any pigmentation. Like, it doesn't have any punch to it. If I swatch it, look at how muddy and grey that looks. So on the lid, it does not pack a punch at all. No matter how much I build it on, how much I try to layer it on, I don't get anything out of it. I could have gone out and bought something else rather than buying this, but I really like the color scheme of this, and I don't really have this kind of like a purple eyeshadow palette. That's the reason I got it, but oh my god. So the next one I'm going to be talking about is also a liquid lipstick. This is from Colourpop. This is their Ultra Matte liquid lipstick in the shade Love Bug. I love this shade. It's a very nice orange terracotta shade. I'm not someone to wear orange lipstick or anything of that sort, but this one is not like that straight up orange. It has a little bit of brown to it and it looks beautiful on the lips. But this formula is so drying. I have other Colourpop Ultra Matte liquid lipsticks that I can pull off. That is not as drying as this. That's very comfortable, like the shade More Better, Notion. All that is not very drying on my lips, but just this shade. My biggest problem, I don't mind even if it's a little bit drying. My biggest problem is when it starts to crumble and become really powdery on my lips where everyone else can notice it as well. Oh no. So that happens with this one a lot. No matter how much you moisturize your lips, no matter how much of a lip balm you put underneath this. So this is that lip product that I almost never wear. So the last two products I'm going to be talking about are tools. One is the Nykaa Beauty Sponge. This one seems like it would work really well, like to blend out a foundation. It's so dense. This is the original beauty blender. Can you guys see how squishy that is? And can you guys see this? Like this one goes all the way down and this one is like rigid. Like it's like, and it's just stuck there. So what happens when it's like that is it doesn't give you that right kind of bounce, the bounce that can actually blend the product well. So when you start applying this on your skin, your foundation remains on your skin unevenly and it gets a little bit patchy. The only foundation this one worked with was the Nykaa stick foundation. That could be probably because it's a stick foundation, but any other liquid foundation that I tried this one out with, it just doesn't work. Every time I use this, I just toss it and I go ahead with my YBP sponge, which has the right kind of density. The YBP makeup sponge gives you the right finish, like it absorbs just the right amount of product, not too much. It won't soak up too much of your foundation, but won't let everything rest on your skin just like that. So it gives you that very even, flawless finish with the right amount of coverage. But this one, oh my god, makes your foundation really patchy and it doesn't work with most of my liquid foundations. The next product I'm going to be talking about is this Wet n Wild fan brush. If you guys saw this on Nykaa or any other website and you are planning to buy this, don't. This would be a super disappointment. It's very thin, as you guys can see. It's very flimsy. It doesn't pick up the right amount of product, nor does it apply it really well. I do have highlighter on my skin, but I will try to show you guys a demo of this. I'm trying to like pick up the product. You see that? It's just gonna see the place where I applied it's just a stripe. So it doesn't actually pick up the product the way you want to apply it. So if you're gonna apply it like this, it's not going to disperse the right amount of product for you. That's the reason I'm like super bummed about this product and I wouldn't recommend it at all. And the last product I'm going to be talking about are nail paints. I hardly ever mention nail paints on my channel, but I love to paint my nails every now and then. And these nail paints are from a brand called LYN, which the full form is Live Your Now. I got this in 3 shades. This one is Lady Luck Lilac. This one is in the shade Dream Plum True. And this one is Green with No Envy. These are pretty pricey. They are not very cheap. I want to say it's about $3.50 or something. The formula of this is so off. Like some of these shades you have to layer up, and if you do, it doesn't dry down completely. It takes a long time to dry on your nails, and so it transfers, it gets really clumpy, and these chip really fast. Kind of bummed I actually picked up 3 of this without knowing how the formula of this is. And they have amazing shade selection in this, and that's the reason I got tempted to pick this one up. But the formula is not the best on this. I would say stay away from it. It's not worth it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and looking at my disappointments and how much I've blown my money on all this. Also, don't forget to watch my previous video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. Also, leave me any future video requests that you have in the comment section and I'll try to film it ASAP. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.